power to rise above debt and poverty, as told by Daisaku Ikeda of Soka Gakkai. Introduction. Daisaku Ikeda was born into a poor seaweed farmer's family in Omori, Tokyo. From childhood, he faced relentless hardships. His family's business collapsed in the Great Kanto earthquake. His father fell ill, his brothers were drafted, and their home was destroyed in an air raid. In his youth, he faced another crisis, the bankruptcy of his mentor Josei Toda's business, forcing him onto the front lines of debt collection. In the midst of extreme poverty and debt, how does a person rise again? This is the journey of a man who eventually visited 54 countries to engage with world leaders, completing his 95-year life. Based on official records, we will retrace his trajectory and words of encouragement. Chapter 1. Born to a seaweed merchant in Omori. On January 2, 1928, in present-day Ota City, Tokyo, a baby boy was born as the fifth son to Ninokichi and Ichi Ikeda. His name was Taisaku, later known as Daisaku Ikeda. His father was a man of few words, but deeply caring, nicknamed Mr. Stubborn. His mother was cheerful and strong-willed. Even when the business declined, she laughed and said, "We are the grand champions of poverty." Before the 1923 earthquake, the family business was highly prosperous. However, the disaster devastated the coastline and their seaweed beds. Young Daisaku was born just as the family was desperately trying to rebuild. When his father became bedridden with rheumatism, 7-year-old Daisaku began working, tirelessly waking at 200 a.m. to harvest seaweed, delivering newspapers before and after school, and cleaning seaweed at night. Yet records show the family's warmth was never lost. Chapter 2. Supporting the family amidst the flames of war. When World War II began, his 4 older brothers were drafted. In place of his sick father, the young boy supported the family. After graduating school, he worked at an ironworks. He eventually contracted pleurisy, a serious lung disease, and while waiting for a sanatorium bed, the war ended. In May 1945, an air raid destroyed their home. The only item he and his brother saved was a single clothing chest. When they opened it, it held only Hinamatsuri dolls and an umbrella. While the family was disheartened, his mother said brightly, "We will surely live in a house where we can display these dolls again." Forced to live in a shack, they kept encouraging each other. Post-war life remained harsh. While working at a printing company, he attended night school. Through this constant cycle of labor and study, he immersed himself in literature and poetry, refusing to stop cultivating his inner life. Chapter 3. Meeting his mentor, Mr. Josei Toda. On August 14, 1947, a former classmate invited him to a discussion meeting about Buddhism and philosophy. This encounter transformed his life. There he met Josei Toda, who would become the second president of the Soka Gakkai. Deeply moved by Toda's lectures, 19-year-old Ikeda joined the organization days later. In 1949, he joined Toda's publishing company, editing a boys' magazine and quickly becoming editor-in-chief. For a young man burdened by illness and poverty, Toda was the first mentor to give his hardships meaning and point him toward a purpose. In his later memoirs, Ikeda called this encounter his life's greatest turning point. This moment was the origin of the man of dialogue, proving that even in deep adversity, meeting the right person can inspire a brand new step forward. Chapter 4. The ordeal of bankruptcy and the reality of debt. The peace did not last. Just 9 months later, the publishing company went bankrupt. Ikeda was transferred to a microfinance credit association run by Toda, putting him on the front lines of financing and debt collection. Dealing with impoverished shopkeepers, he witnessed the raw suffering of those unable to pay. His diaries reveal that he spent his days frantically running around to secure funds. In August 1950, the Ministry of Finance ordered the association to suspend operations. Sued by creditors and accused of legal violations, both mentor and disciple stood in the thick of a massive financial ordeal. Todai temporarily stepped down as Soka Gakkai's leader. This intense youth experience of facing economic ruin firsthand became the realistic foundation for Ikeda's philosophy on rising above hardship. His later words carried weight because he knew the pain of both debtor and creditor. Chapter 5. A philosophy to overcome hardship. Having survived numerous trials, Ikeda left behind countless words for people facing adversity. Over his lifetime, he authored some 400 volumes. His core outlook is condensed in the book 100 Selected Quotes of Daisaku Ikeda. Regarding situations where everything is lost, he wrote that, "As long as hope remains, things can always begin anew. Hope is a starting point, not an end." When trapped in unfair circumstances, he taught that patience itself is a form of courage. He emphasized that victory always begins with the courage to take one small step. These words were never mere abstract theories. They were forged in the poverty and debt of his youth. His conviction that encouragement is essential to overcome suffering came directly from his lived reality. Chapter 6. A global message of resilience. Ikeda's journey eventually expanded worldwide. In 1972, he began a famous dialogue with British historian Dr. Arnold Toynbee. He went on to converse with global leaders and thinkers, including Mikhail Gorbachev, Nelson Mandela, and Zhou Enlai, earning the United Nations Peace Award in 1983. In 2018, he issued a joint statement with Nobel Peace Prize laureate Adolfo Pérez Esquivel, calling upon the world's youth to be agents of resilience and hope. The word resilience carried profound weight because he had lived through childhood poverty, war, and business failure. On November 15, 2023, Ikeda passed away at age 95. His lifelong message was clear no matter how deep the adversity. If you hold on to hope, you can rise again. The trajectory of a poor seaweed farmer's boy becoming a global figure of dialogue gave his words ultimate conviction. Ending. Debt, poverty, illness, and war. Daisaku Ikeda's path was never smooth, yet his experience of overcoming each trial became the foundation for words that continue to comfort millions worldwide. If you are facing a heavy reality right now, remember that this is not the end. As long as you do not surrender your hope, a new step forward will surely begin. If today's video brought a small light to your heart, nothing would bring greater joy. Thank you deeply for watching until the end. Please subscribe and give us a thumbs up to keep walking together. See you in the next video.